numbers now for this, our co-main event of the evening, presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches in the Bantamweight division. Jamel Herring versus Matt Guyman.
So similar. 5'10" to 5'9", 71-inch reach at 72. Nobody has the advantage from the tail to tape.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. Presented to you by Alp Nicotine Pouches. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 134 1/4 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands at 2 victories, opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Wichita, Kansas, here is Matt the Silencer Guyman. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white trimmed in gold and black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 134 1/4 pounds. His world-class pro boxing record stands at 24 victories, 12 wins coming by way of knockout, opposite 5 defeats, and tonight makes his anticipated BKFC debut. Here is the 2012 U.S. Olympian and former WBO junior lightweight world champion, fighting out of Gorham, New York. Here is Jamel Herring. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Matt Guyman told us, I believe Jamel Herring will back himself to the ring ropes and then try to time his counters. I cannot rush forward recklessly. The bell, round number 1. White trunks for Jamel Herring, black trunks for Matt Guyman. Herring in the center circle, takes the right hand from Guyman. Guyman on the left hook. Guyman on the split step.
Herring landed a couple little shots.
Herring on the jab from southpaw. You see Guyman and ortho. Foot feint, heavy feint, long jab from Guyman. Return from Herring. Herring, high tight striking guard, left hook to the body from Jamel Herring. That was slick.
And that's one of the keys for Herring, his accuracy. He's got to land as his opponent comes to those wild shots and leaves openings.
Overhand right into the clinch. There's a separation from Andrew Glenn. Jamel Herring in the guillotine position. Split step again from Guyman. There's the right hand on the entry. Guyman trying to hit the overhook. Herring looking comfortable in the clinch, throwing the left hand. Guyman on the turn. Herring heavy to the ropes, pushing Guyman's back against the ring ropes.
Once again, Herring talked about cross-training, understood this wasn't boxing.
55 seconds remaining, round number 1. We are in the Bantamweight division. This is our co-main event of the evening. Guyman reaching on the jab. Again, Guyman talked about what he calls his unconventional style, which he has fully embraced. Herring recognized as such in a fighter meeting. He said, I have to be aware of movements and angles I am just not used to seeing. Left hook to the body from Herring. Hand trap from Herring, left hook, right hand, big left hand from Jamel Herring.
And I know Guyman's convinced he can take these shots, but if he's not seeing them coming, if his head's down, he might go down.
15 seconds remaining, round number 1. Solid opening round in his BKFC debut for Jamel Herring, the former WBO 130-pound world champion, the 2012 U.S. Olympian in boxing. The bell, we go to round 2.
Very good round for Herring, especially being his first bare knuckle round.
He's already, when you throw the jab,
takes a minute sometimes to get that range in the distance, blocking.
Right, okay? So feint the jab, even throw a half a jab, he's already, you're throwing the jab, he's doing this, he's dipping this way. So he's gonna walk right into the left hand, all right? So feint the jab and just shoot the left hand. He's already dipping that way. How you feeling? Stay nice and composed, bro. Let him, he's using a lot of energy. You're just staying nice and composed. From that distance, he got no shot, okay? Take a deep breath. Keep working out the jab.
talking about his opponent using a lot of energy with these erratic movements. He doesn't have to do that. Wait for the right time, land your counters. He's ducking that head down. Good corner work from the corner of Herring.
Both fighters back up to scratch. Round 2. Herring forward off of scratch. Guyman by design pulling himself backwards. Guyman now stepping in off of the jab. Herring, you see the little pulls, the elusiveness of Jamel Herring.
That's the good eyes he has. He sees everything coming.
Guyman again trying to explode to the inside. Open chested now is Matt Guyman. Left hook lands from Herring.
Once again, Guyman coming in, turning his head. If he gets hit with one of those shots, definitely gonna do some damage.
Guyman circling out again, opening his chest, right hand. Overhand left, big left hand, the hand touch, and ruled correctly so is a knockdown by Andrew Glenn.
You said anything besides the sole of the feet touches due to a punch, that's a knockdown.
Guyman takes the mandatory 8, right back to it. The knockdown recorded by Jamel Herring. 60 seconds remaining, round 2.
I mean, such an unconventional style for Guyman, ducking his head, coming up with hard shots.
Left hook again from Jamel Herring.
They're very difficult to time and land that counterpunch.
Herring thus far has been doing that, landing short, clean punches on the inside. Long jab, out there from Guyman. Herring trying to sweep the body with the left hook, couldn't find it. And you see Guyman trying to jab his way forward. 25 seconds remaining, round 2. Right hook from Jamel Herring. Duck under, roll through from Guyman.
Guyman just having such a hard time trying to get inside. Nothing's working. He keeps getting countered every time he tries to step forward. I mean, he might need to try some more conventional methods. Come up forward with double jabs, getting in position, and throwing the right hand.
Guyman on the roll through, couldn't find the entry. There's the right hand. Swing and a miss with the left hook. We go to round 3. Round 3. Guyman again backs off of scratch to start round 3 as he did with round 2. Subtle forward pressure from Herring. Left hook to the body from Jamel Herring. Duck under again from Matt Guyman. Guyman again, Chris, trying to give Jamel Herring looks that he would just not see in high-level boxing sparring.
And he's doing so. The problem is they're wide and they're looping. And Herring's odds are so good he sees them coming.
Duck under, there's the pickup. Nearly a full takedown by Matt Guyman. We'll see how this is ruled by Andrew Glenn. Time called by referee Andrew Glenn.
I mean, luckily, he did not slam him. He just laid him down. Oh, still going to be penalized.
1 point deduction.
I think
for the takedown.
It was only 1 point because he didn't slam him. If he had slammed him hard to damage, that would have been a 2 point deduction.
Had there been injury or damage, as assessed by Andrew Glenn, it would be a 2 point deduction instead of 1 point deduction. But as it was presumably a 10-8 across the board from our 3 Mohegan judges in round 2 for Herring with the knockdown of Guyman. Guyman now already a point down here in round 3. 1:15 remaining in the 3rd round.
And you can see here a lot more punches being landed for Herring.
Guyman forward off of the jab. Fast right hand from Jamel Herring getting through. Fast right hand again from Herring.
And I'm liking to see Guyman starting to really work to try and use that jab. However, his chin is straight up. He needs to tuck that chin, come forward, and then throw the 2.
Up jab from Guyman. Guyman is just not finding his shots. To the best of his efforts, trying to move forward. You see split steps, changing stances, roll throughs, duck unders. Guyman is trying to be unconventional. Herring is just being really slick.
Slick, technical, smart, using that high fight IQ, just taking what he's being given, trying to be very accurate with his punches.
Swing and a miss, the right hand gets through from Jamel Herring. Some disquiet in this Mohegan crowd, but this is beautiful. Technical bare knuckle fighting from Jamel Herring right now. 10-second clock, acknowledged as such by Andrew Glenn. Closing seconds, round number 3.
And look, you can see the mouth open right now.
Getting through. Round number 4 upon us, our co-main at 135 pounds. Jamel Herring versus Matt Guyman. Into round 4 we go. Herring recording the knockdown of Guyman in round number 2. Guyman then deducted a point for the takedown of Herring, as assessed by referee Andrew Glenn in round number 3. Chris, assuming the 3 Mohegan judges gave Herring round number 3, and I'm going to say that's a safe assumption. That's back-to-back 10-8 rounds for Jamel Herring. Guyman flailing, almost an illegal back fist. No warning though from Andrew Glenn. No complaint from Jamel Herring. Big left hand from Herring.
Herring's done exceedingly well in the clinch, pushing his opponent backwards, landing good shots.
80 seconds remaining, round number 4. Not a good sign for Matt Guyman, backing off, hands on hips. I don't think that's fatigue, I think that's frustration. There's the jab, left hand, right hand. Let's go to Cyrus.
Had a chance to talk to Guyman's team. They just want him to make it nasty, make it dirty. That's what got him to this opportunity. You can't try to box an Olympic boxer.
Couldn't agree more. He can't get inside, and when he is, he's not able to rough his opponent up. Double jab, work your way in, throw some power shots, push him around, grab his head, pull it down.
Guyman cut under his left eye. Big swings, big misses on the step-ins from Matt Guyman.
These big erratic movements by Guyman.
Defense is not a scoring criteria under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, but with that said, this is beautiful defense, Chris, from Jamel Herring.
He's making his opponent pay. He's landing shots.
But his defense is flowing into offense, and his offense is flowing into defense.
Hard to fight a guy like Guyman. He's erratic. He's doing odd things that you don't see.
And again, you just saw hands on hips for Matt Guyman, and I believe that is pure frustration, not fatigue.
He's looking pretty tired to me.
There's the right hand clipping from Jamel Herring, left hand. We move to the 5th final round. 5th and final round, great sportsmanship, touch of hands between Jamel Herring and Matt Guyman. Round 5 underway. And Herring dropping Guyman in round 2. Herring with a strong round 3. And Guyman hitting the illegal takedown of Jamel Herring, in which he was deducted a point by referee Andrew Glenn. Left hand getting through from Herring.
Just knocking his opponent off balance. Once again, Herring with this erratic movement.
Matt Guyman is a really good fighter. Again, this is his 4th overall bare knuckle fight, his 3rd in BKFC. I've known him from the regional MMA Midwest circuit. He is a tough fighter. He believed he could win this fight, but his path to victory, as he told us in our fighter meeting, being heavy, being rugged, being physical in the clinch, he just simply cannot find the entries, Chris.
Very slick fighter he's going against. Makes it very difficult.
Andrew Glenn spotted a low blow. That was the pause, the touch of hands, right back to it. We've had numerous world-class fighters, including world champions, who have come to BKFC, and they have not taken this sport seriously. They thought this was boxing without gloves. We could tell from our fighter meeting, Jamel Herring, like Austin Trout, who is 5-0 in BKFC, has taken this sport extremely seriously, and you're seeing that in this masterclass performance.
I think that's a trend we're going to see from now on. People before, they didn't understand. They've got the blueprint, they've got the recipe. They see what you need to do to be successful, and they're starting to implement it.
Right hand not getting through, jab not getting through from Guyman. And again, this is offense, defense. Bit of squeeze on the guillotine for good measure from Jamel Herring. He definitely is cross-trained in an MAYHEM. Final seconds now. The boos are coming, I'm not sure why. This is technical brilliance in his BKFC debut for Jamel Herring. The jab, and that is the end of our co-main event.
Well, unfortunately, Sean, sometimes people just get addicted to all the knockouts we have, so you have one that doesn't go that way. Hey, but that was a beautiful fight. I mean, I'm really encouraged by Herring, what we talked about. You have these high-level boxers who are really starting to cross-train and understand the sport. They're going to make a big difference. They're going to make a different level of fighter that we haven't seen yet.
As soon as Jamel Herring in our fighter meeting referenced our good friend Austin Trout, again, 5-0 in BKFC, the former 165-pound world champion. Up next, fighting Franco Tanaglia for the currently vacant 155-pound BKFC world title. We knew that Jamel Herring was on the right track in bare knuckle fighting championship. Our strike stats presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
I mean, just a much better percentage, much more strikes landed for Herring. It's just pure domination, especially there at distance. Much better, 50% accuracy, very good, especially for a guy like Guyman throwing those odd angles, erratic head movement, just difficult to deal with, difficult to find, and difficult to time a guy. Herring did a great job, I thought.
We await the three Mohegan. Judges' scorecards for this are co-main. Jamel Herring, the former WBO 130-pound world champion and the 2012 U.S. Olympian in boxing in his BKFC debut versus the ultra-tough Matt Guyman. And this is third BKFC bout. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 50-43 to the winner by unanimous decision, Jamel Semper Fi Herring.
All right, Jamel. All right, you got one in the books. Got one under the waist. First victory here in the BKFC. First time here in this squared circle. Gloves off. Man, put into words the experience you just had here for 5 rounds.
It was fun, but it was awkward as hell. It was definitely a different experience, but first and foremost, I want to thank God just for allowing me to be here today. But yeah, a little rusty, but again, we knew Guyman was going to be a tough and rugged fighter. We seen how he did against my boy Ryan Reba last fight, so we know it's going to be hard to put down, but again, I got the job done.
So what's that mean going forward? Because, you know, you got to get this wait-and-see approach, man. You got in here, you got it done. Right now, as we speak, are you ready to make a run at this thing? We coming back here? What's next here for Jamel Herring?
I mean, apparently right now, I'm on my guy Justin Joy Boy's Christmas list, so that's definitely still the target, but let me just get this away real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jamel Herring Show, starring Jamel Herring, brought to you by the good people at the BKFC and Buck Up Energy Drink. Let's get bucked up.
There it is, folks. I can't wait to see what's next for that man, Jamel Semper Fi Herring.
And I love the product placement, but good job for Herring. Did a great job of controlling the pace, dictated the entire time, fought his game plan, and got a victory.
Matt Guyman wanted to make this a physical clinch fight. He just simply could not find the entries. Jamel Herring on point with his footwork, his offense, his defense, and his punching accuracy throughout. 5-0 across the board from the 3 Mohegan judges. A 10-8 round for Herring in round 2 on the knockdown. 10-8 on the point deduction for the Guyman takedown in round 3. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Jamel Herring defeats Matt Guyman.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Friday, May 22nd, the world's most exciting combat sport is back. It's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Watch pro boxing champ Jamel Herring attempt to win his first Bare Knuckle world title against the relentless Michael Papa G. Larimore. Jaw-dropping bare knuckle fights, lightning fast action, and incredible knockouts. Don't miss a moment of the adrenaline-fueled excitement. Watch Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com. That's DAZN.com.
In the Bantamweight division, Michael Larrimore versus Ace Samples. Our tale of the tape is presented by Rasha.
2-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage for Laramore. Not that big of a difference. Not sure if it's going to make that much of a difference in this fight. Probably whoever gets it lands the first hard shot. These guys are heavy hitters, looking to knock the other one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. Presented to you by Russia, the official recovery and performance partner of BKFC. Introducing to you first, Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears gray. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, his official weight, 135.2 pounds. His overall BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Madison County, Georgia, here is Ace of Spades, Samples. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and red. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 135.8 pounds. He holds an identical BKFC record at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Clearwater, Florida, here is Michael Papa G. Larrimore. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
Ace Samples said, I want to immediately take control of this bantamweight fight with very fast and hard jabs. The fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Black and red trunks for Michael Larrimore, black trunks for Ace Samples. There's the 1-2 just off the mark from Laramore. There's the rangefinder jab from Samples on the swing. Down goes Ace Samples.
That was a delayed reaction. Samples is hurt still. You can tell by the way he's moving. He's got to be very careful at this point. If he runs in and tries to trade, he's going to get dropped again.
Right back to it. Laramore to the inside, to the mid-range, and to the pocket. Oh. On the right uppercut. Knockdown number 2. Up at 7.5 is Ace Samples.
I was impressed with Samples getting him. I thought he was done.
Right hand. 2-1 on the knockdown count.
Another one. Oh, getting up off the canvas. Now, is that 3 in a row?
Back-to-back knockdowns for Michael Larrimore. Samples dropping Laramore on the right hand.
You can see Samples loading up. He was to land that right hand.
Make it 3-1 on the knockdown count in favor of Michael Larrimore.
Laramore better quit celebrating. His opponent is still ready to go.
Laramore coming forward on the left hand, right hand. Samples continuing to throw big. So too is Michael Larrimore. 30 seconds remaining in a ferocious round number 1. 4-1 on the knockdowns. We are done. The win for Michael Larrimore.
What a fight. Those guys just went after each other the entire time. I kept thinking every time Laramore landed those punches. I mean, Ace Samples looked like he got slept a couple times. He was totally out, but he got right back up. There's a difference between getting knocked down and getting slept. That's when you don't move at all. I thought that was where Ace Samples was, but he showed a lot of heart, a lot of toughness. He got right back up. But man, with that fight continuing to get knocked down, as the Terminator would say, on the Hasta la Vista, baby, no more.
That's a great moment between these two very talented bantamweights and 2 very hard-hitting, as you just saw, bantamweights. Michael Larrimore and Ace Samples combining for 4 knockdowns in round number 1. 4 for Larrimore, plus Samples getting one in as well, Chris.
So many knockdowns for 1 round. Laramore is back. Sometimes when you taste defeat for the first time, you get much better. You never learn that much when you win, son. I'm the best fighter in the world. What do I need to know? When you lose, you actually have to sit back, go back to the drawing board. What happened? Why did I lose? You become a better fighter.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young, steps in, calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 26 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Michael Papa G. Larrimore.
All right, standing by here with Papa G. Congratulations, my man. That was a hell of an exhibition. big-time knockdowns. You came with power. It seemed like you were coming with something to prove tonight.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for making something like this possible. Thank you, everybody in the house that supports me. Thank you, David Feldman, my coaches, my sponsors, everybody, man. God is so good.
You know, it takes two to tango, and I mean, an A Sample just kept on getting back up. Then he lands one on you. You take the knockdown. This was such an entertaining fight, man. Talk about your opponent coming out here and just continuing to get up. What a warrior.
Ace, you are a fucking savage, my man. Don't you dare hang your head low after this fight, brother. You're an animal. You brought the best out of me. Thank you so much.
You know, you're a guy that's been on the top of the division, very, very close to some big opportunities. Do you feel like this puts you right back in line? Do you think that puts you right back on the right track to get to that title opportunity?
Listen, man, I got a lot of work to do. That was far from perfect. I'm grateful for the victory, but I want to keep getting better, man. Maybe top 5, top 10 next. I want what God wants for me.
I love it, man. Very humble and very impressive. Let's hear it one more time. Papa G. Michael Larrimore.
Huge comeback win for Laramore. Got up off the canvas. Did exactly what you want to see. He's been knocked down before, was able to get up. This time, tasted that knockdown, got up, and looked better than ever. Great job for Laramore.
Michael Larrimore and A Samples combining for a 5 knockdown round number 1. Larrimore recording knockdowns 1 and 2. Samples dropping Larrimore. And then knockdowns 4 and 5 for Laramore to the win. Victorious by way of round 1 TKO. Michael Larrimore defeats A Samples.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Friday, May 22nd, the world's most exciting combat sport is back. It's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Watch pro boxing champ Jamel Herring attempt to win his first Bare Knuckle world title against the relentless Michael Papa G. Larrimore. Jaw-dropping bare knuckle fights, lightning-fast action, and incredible knockouts. Don't miss a moment of the adrenaline-fueled excitement. Watch Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com. That's DAZN.com.
This is intriguing in the light heavyweight division. Jomi Escoboza versus Isaac Doolittle.
And Sean, we finally have a huge difference right here. You can see a significant height advantage, but more significant, the reach advantage, 75 inches to 67. Escoboza has a great advantage. He has to use it, though. Doolittle does a better job of anybody of getting inside and making it his fight. Let's see what happens here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by Fubo TV. Watch live sports and TV without cable, including BKFC on Fubo TV. Start your 7-day free trial at FuboTV.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 184.8 pounds. His bare knuckle fighting record stands at 4 victories opposite a single defeat with 1 fight even. Fighting out of Hope, Kansas, here is Isaac the Honey Badger Doolittle. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears galaxy print. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 184.4 pounds. His bare knuckle fighting record stands at 8 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Sunrise, Florida, by way of the Dominican Republic. Here is the BKFC Hitman, Jomi, the Archangel Escobosa. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Isaac Doolittle told us, I really respect Jomi Escoboza's jab. It's extremely fast. I have to slip that jab, negate it, and get to the inside. Round number 1. Multicolored trunks for Floridian Jomi Escoboza. Black trunks for Isaac Doolittle.
There was that head movement right there. Good job from Doolittle by using that head movement to get inside, but he's got to throw punches when he gets in there. He can't just get in and pull, rush his opponent to the ropes. That doesn't do any good.
Rushing to the inside comes Isaac Doolittle, to the surprise of no one, including Jomi Escoboza.
Doolittle's doing a good job of getting inside, but he's not throwing punches. He's just hugging his opponent and pushing him around.
There's the head movement, the duck under. Doolittle back to the inside. Heavy on the underhook goes Jomi Escoboza. He's 6'3" to Doolittle is 5'10". Coming forward again. Again, the duck under to the body goes Doolittle. Guillotine position, that draws the separation immediately from Dan Bergliata.
Doolittle's got to throw some punches as he's coming up, as he's avoiding that punch, as that jab. He's got to throw punches afterwards.
Active lead hand for Jomi Escoboza.
I'd like to see Doolittle go for that underneath and then come back with that left hook right after he goes underneath that jab.
Separation again from Dan Bergliata. Doolittle with the head movement, long step-in jab from Escoboza. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're at 185 pounds, and Escoboza landed flush with the right hand.
Good uppercut he threw, but it didn't land on the face, it landed on the chest of Doolittle.
Come on, strike.
Escoboza hard with the underhook to the inside.
Strike.
Escoboza thus far, Chris, exiting the clinch very smartly. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. Doolittle with the head movement again. Duck under once more.
Doolittle doing a great job of doing head movement, but he's got to fire as he comes up underneath that jab. Follow with those hooks, those overhands. He's just doing the hard work, but he's not getting the payoff.
The bell, that ends round number 1. The seconds out whistle. Round number 2 coming up for this bout at 185 pounds.
And you can really see Doolittle has to do something different. He's got to figure out how to punch as he makes those avoiding movements, those head movements, his dodges. He's got to punch at the end of that.
Jomi Escoboza versus Isaac Doolittle. Round number 2 underway. Doolittle again changing his level, dipping his head to get to the inside.
You see Escoboza really fighting one-handed. He's just trying to use that lead jab. There was that uppercut.
Shovel on the left uppercut from Escoboza.
See there a lot more being thrown. Escoboza, much better percentage for Doolittle.
Which actually initiated that time by Jomi Escoboza.
I'd like to see Doolittle landing some body shots. Too focused on that head as he's dodging and ducking. He can throw body shots, those will do damage.
It's a big lead right hand off of the jab from the southpaw stance for Escoboza. Under his left eye. Undeterred, Doolittle coming forward into the pocket, takes that right hand on the overhand from Escoboza. 5 remaining in round 2. Just off the mark with that right hand. Escoboza continuing to work his jab from the southpaw stance. Doolittle told us, Chris, in our fighter meeting, Escoboza has a great jab, but he said that's predominantly his only punch. If I can solve that jab, I can win this fight.
Hasn't really been able to solve it yet, but he's got to work on punching as he comes up. I really want to see some body shots here.
Can you see? Trying to find the angle, look for the entry. It's Escoboza coming forward. Driving Doolittle against the ring rope. Separation again from Dan Bergliata. It's quiet now in this Hollywood, Florida crowd at Hard Rock Live. 20 seconds remaining round 2.
Both guys right now, especially Doolittle, he's clinching, but he's not really throwing much in there. He's grabbing, he can get inside and punch.
Doolittle trying to slip the right hand, driving forward. Doolittle trying to snatch the overhook. Looking to turn Escoboza, drive him against the ring ropes. He does so. Doesn't land the punch before the bell to end round number 2. Almost theatrically, Jomi Escoboza resets his hands as we start round number 3.
Doolittle did a great job of dodging. He's not punching, he's dodging.
See the head movement of Doolittle. To your point, Chris, even when Doolittle has been getting inside thus far in the fight, he has not been landing a lot of smart exits from Escoboza.
There There was a little body punch right there by Doolittle, but he's got to throw hard shots in the body right now. That's going to be the difference in this fight. If he can land some hard body shots, he can win.
Well, hug him, hit him.
Isaac Doolittle might be the most self-aware fighter in all of BKFC. He has a clear understanding of his strengths and weaknesses as a fighter and as a professional athlete. On the knee, clearly a slip, the push down from Escoboza. Soft warning by Morgliata and Escoboza. We fight on, no complaint from Doolittle. Doolittle continuing to move his head. Away the blood around his left eye, and he takes that lead right hand from Escoboza.
Good head movement, like I said, but he's not landing punches.
Missing with that right hand. Escoboza coming forward, snatches the underhook. Overhook now from Doolittle. There's the separation again from Morgliata. Again, Chris. Doolittle on the inside, but not landing on the inside thus far. 45 seconds remaining, round 3. See the framing of Escoboza. Short right hands.
Escoboza fighting a smart fight right now, but
We're booing you for a reason. Let's go fight.
he's not able to do much damage at this point with that hard head move. He needs to throw some more uppercuts in there.
Doolittle resetting, squaring his chest, coming forward off the heavy front shoulder from the orthodox stance. Now this is where Doolittle wants to be. The overhook, almost a whizzer on the turn, and that draws the separation from Dan Morgliata.
Does want to be there, but he has to throw punches.
Big left hand from Jomi Escoboza. Escoboza on the right hand to get it left hand, and down goes Isaac Doolittle.
Clean shots right there. That was the first time he's been able to let go with that punch and land it clean. Doolittle's hurt.
9, 10.
The count of 10 reached, and a huge victory for Jomi Escoboza.
You just see here right at the end, watch this. He's feeling out process, and finally, that was it. It was that straight left. Almost lulled his opponent into sleep by not throwing it. Waited for the right time, and then just hard shots in there. Beautiful right hand and just that straight left. That's all she wrote. Escoboza waited for the right time, and once he landed that left hand, that's it.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Morgliata, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 58 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by KO, Jomi, the Archangel Escoboza.
And Escoboza just keeps rolling, keeps getting better. Lost his first fight. I know he wants to avenge that against Jared Warren.
Two of the best at 185 in BKFC. Jomi Escoboza was on point. He controlled the range. He landed long, he landed in the mid-range, and he negated the Doolittle clinch. Victorious by way of third round knockout, Jomi Escoboza defeats Isaac Doolittle.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Friday, May 22nd, the world's most exciting combat sport is back. It's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Watch pro boxing champ Jamel Herring attempt to win his first Bare Knuckle world title against the relentless Michael Papa G. Larimore. Jaw-dropping bare knuckle fights, lightning-fast action, and incredible knockouts. Don't miss a moment of the adrenaline-fueled excitement. Watch Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com. That's DAZN.com.
In the light heavyweight division, Cody Vidal versus David Simpson. Our tale of the tape is presented by Russia.
And as you can see here, Cody Vidal 5'9" to David Simpson's 5'11". However, Vidal does have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, live worldwide on DAZN. We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by Russia, the official recovery and performance partner of BKFC. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, an even 185 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite 4 defeats. Fighting out of Smith Center, Kansas, by way of Richmond, Virginia, here is David Thunder Simpson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears KWO black and white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 185.2 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat with 1 fight even. Fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, by way of Pottsville, Pennsylvania, here is Cody the Knuckle Maniac Vidal. And our referee in charge of the action, Jonathan Romero.
Cody Vidal told us, I have to utilize excellent balance and I have to utilize excellent timing. Switching stances at scratch, David Simpson. Round number 1, black and white trucks for Cody Vidal. Black trucks for David Simpson. Right hand and down goes David Simpson.
First punch thrown, first punch landed. Vidal put him down.
This is the mandatory 8 count given this Simpson by referee Jonathan Romero.
And that was a wake-up call. Let's see what it does.
Big right hand from Vidal. Huge counter punches now for David Simpson. See the double overhooks. Is Vidal dropping his head right back to it from Romero. Right back to it now for Simpson on the turn. Short right hands to the head from David Simpson. Vidal chest to chest. Heavy entry punches again. Right hand trying to switch the momentum fully. Now is David Simpson. Big shots to the inside from Simpson.
And that is what has worked for Simpson in the past, but he might want to pull it back a little bit because if you don't get the knockout, you're going to get tired.
Spear of blood under the nose of Cody Vidal. Switch of stances right back for Simpson. Looking for the audacious rear right uppercut. Couldn't find it. Found that uppercut. Both fighters to the canvas. The next rule is a double slip by Jonathan Romero. 45 seconds remaining round 1.
Once he gets Vidal covered up, he just continues to throw punches. He might want to take a step to the side and hit that open body.
You saw that high tight striking guard of Vidal. Big right hand from Simpson. Right hand again from David Simpson. The jab now, 25 seconds remaining round number 1, and the jab.
Now peace out.
Vidal. Peace out.
Simpson, once again, he's got to watch out. He might be wearing himself out with these hard shots, just wasting punches.
Now piece right back in. On the uppercut. Big shots on the right hand. High tight striking guard from Cody Vidal. Huge hooks. There's the uppercut. Counter left hand from Vidal. Simpson continuing the land. Stepping left hand, right hand from Simpson just before the bell. That ends round 1.
And Sean, that was a ferocious pace. And here's the very first punch thrown by Vidal. Uppercut. Landing clean. Good double leg. And then just that relentless pressure from Simpson continue to come forward. I'd like to see if Vidal does cover up. Simpson take a step outside, right or left, and land on the body.
Round number 2. Simpson was definitely had his moments in round number 1, but the biggest moment of the opening round was the knockdown, and there is the knockdown recorded. Cody Vidal claiming it was a double knockdown, not ruled as such. Simpson landed, then fell. But the knockdown count now given on the mandatory 8 to Cody Vidal by Jonathan Romero as we are officially at 1 knockdown apiece.
And I'm not sure it's going to matter. I don't see this going the distance, Sean.
On the left hand, big swings. These are 2 massive punchers at 185 pounds. Cody Vidal versus David Simpson, 125 remaining round 2. Vidal dropping Simpson in round 1. Simpson dropping Vidal here in round 2. We fight on. Right hand on the turn. There's the right uppercut. More big shots to the inside. Trying to tie up now is Cody Vidal, and he does.
Simpson smothering his own punches, and here's the guy who needs to back up a little bit and really target a body or target the head.
See this shuffle step to the inside. The over-under. Back to it from Jonathan Romero. Real blood across the face of Cody Vidal. Big right hand from David Simpson. Right hand, there's the fast one, too. Another right hand. Vidal playing all defense, Simpson playing all offense, but now Vidal trying to counter.
Once again, Simpson, he needs to work that body. When Cody Vidal has his hands straight up, the body's wide open.
Simpson now cut under his right eye. Step in, left hand, the right hand from Vidal. Clever turn from David Simpson. 20 seconds remaining, round 2.
There, he's working the body.
Left, rights to the body now. Right uppercut from David Simpson. Another ferocious right uppercut. Big shots, high tight striking guard. Vidal trying to counter. Right hand from Simpson. These are ferocious punches from both men. A ferocious right hand on the stagger into Jonathan Romero, and that ends round number 2.
John, these are 2 ferocious rounds. Look at these guys. They look like they've been in a 12-round war, and it's only been 4 minutes.
Breathe, baby, breathe.
Vidal doing a good job of maintaining when he's getting hit, when he's getting hurt.
Doing
a good job of just defending himself.
Let's go, go. 1, 2 there. 1, 2, move your feet. Don't make this a brawl. Don't brawl. You don't need a brawl. Okay, great. Give me a pause.
Good advice from the corner of David Simpson. You don't need a brawl. When you get inside and then your punches, you're winning. Just look at these powerful shots. Devastating uppercut. David Simpson, when he hits you, man, he does damage.
Yes, he's hurt.
But
He's hurt.
Look at Cody Vidal, his ability to keep staying up.
Cody Vidal a bit too keen, trying to stand on David Simpson's scratch line. Now round number 3. Knocked down a piece. Vidal dropping Simpson round 1. Simpson dropping Vidal round 2. After he recorded the knockdown, Simpson lost his balance. Went to the canvas. Vidal tried to roll the double knockdown, but as you saw definitively on the replay, it was not. That's ruled as a slip.
I'm not sure what happened here. Is it an eye poke or a headbutt or something?
Jonathan Romero now talking to David Simpson, telling him, watch leading with your head. Romero was acknowledging to the California State Athletic Commission officials table an additional cut on the accidental headbutt.
So if that fight would end with a headbutt, that would be
You have to cross the halfway round, so 5 minutes must be complete under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, as we're scheduled for 10 minutes. 5 twos to make this official. That might not matter, Chris. 65 seconds remaining, round number 3. There's the up jab from David Simpson. Cody Vidal has walked through some massive punches, but then so too has David Simpson. Both fighters have most definitely landed power punches. Both fighters have most definitely had their moments. The right hand.
Definitely headhunting. I can see a bit more in the body. Wide open.
On the turn, left hand, the push away from Simpson to create space. In and out goes David Simpson. On the jab, switch of stances on cue, and the switch right back from Simpson.
And that pace in the first 2 rounds, you can see how much it's slowed. You cannot continue to go that hard and continue to go because you're just too exhausted.
Fast hard jab from Cody Vidal. He caught Simpson in the stand switch there. Simpson right back to the inside from the half-tie plug.
See, and instead of pushing into his opponent, he needs to step back, keep him right against the rope, and pick your shots.
Both men in the center circle. Big overhand right. Simpson threw it naked and he landed flush. Now to the jab. Vidal on the right hand. Double right hand. Counter right hand from Simpson. Now the left hand just before the bell. Next stop, round 4. This is fight number 6 of 9. And this is the first round number 4 of the evening. Number 4 officially underway. Forward out from scratch to start the 4th round. Cody Vidal. Sweeping the left hook from David Simpson, not through. Simpson reaching, pawing on the jab. There's the hook jab. Vidal to the mid-range. Good step in overhand left. Vidal right hand to the body. Counter right hand from Simpson into the clinch. Vidal on the jab, on the turn. Simpson on the turn. Now Vidal with his back against the ropes.
Vidal's hands are doing a great job blocking, but you can't block everything. The body wide open. Simpson still trying to hit him. in the head.
Step in right hand, the push down, that's clear. Immediately ruled a slip, correctly so, by Jonathan Romero. Soft warning given to Simpson by Romero on the push down. That drew some boos from this Palm Desert, California crowd. To the jab for David Simpson. You see the deep swelling and the deep cut under the right eye of David Simpson.
He continues to push.
Time called by
might take away a point at this point.
This is the last one. Stop.
He's saying last warning.
That's excellent refereeing.
Yep. But he is doing it. He's pushing off.
That is what is called a hard warning, and I love that Jonathan Romero called time, not taking away anything in this fight. A hard warning. That means the next push, you're losing a point. Back to it. David Simpson has been duly warned by Jonathan Romero. To the mid-range goes Cody Vidal. He is cut badly in and around and under his right eye.
Vidal has continued to come forward, but he's really not throwing much as he's coming in. Simpson throwing little pot shots, landing a shot here and there, and then walking backwards.
See the deep swelling in the left eye of Cody Vidal as well. Getting late here in round number 4 on the jab. Open chest now from the switch of stances again from David Simpson.
You see the way David Simpson turns around and walks away. He's trying to get as much break as he can.
Left hook on the entry from Cody Vidal. Big shots on the left hand. Hard sequence now from both fighters. Vidal landing big. Simpson landing big. We move to the 5th and final round.
And so this is a hard fight to score. Both guys got knockdowns in the first 2 rounds, and then these last 2 rounds have been very even.
Relax. Hey, you need to go southpaw more. You're getting hit with the hook from the side. You need to go back to southpaw. What's up? Water. Yeah.
I would think, I mean, this could be a dead even fight. Both corners have to think they have to win this round. I'm telling my fighters, so we have to win this round. There's no way we can let this one go. And look, this is the end of the round. Both guys knew there wasn't much time left. You see Vidal landing some devastating shots in that exchange. You have to think somebody's going to try and steal this round, steal this fight.
Confirmation from our outstanding caller, Brian Sosa, that we have reached the 5th and final round. And that's a great moment between these 2 outstanding 185ers, Cody Vidal, David Simpson. Now the 5th and final round underway. Again, go back to round number 1. Vidal dropping Simpson. Go back to round number 2. Simpson dropping Vidal.
I didn't think there was any way this was going to the 5th.
Hard right hand lands from Cody Vidal. There's the half-tie plunk from David Simpson. He does not throw. So refereeing from Jonathan Romero continues. Left hand from Vidal. Big right hand, and that drops David Simpson.
Right on the button. Simpson's hurt. I don't know if he has it in to get up. He's dead tired. That might be all she wrote. That's it. He's not moving.
The count of 10, and a phenomenal win for Cody Vidal.
Off the canvas. I thought he was done in that second round. Wow. Unbelievable job. Sucked it up. Was in trouble the entire night besides that first round. And just came through with heart and determination. What a round. What a fight. And you could just see the disappointment in Simpson, but he ate a massive right hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end at 43 seconds into round number 5 with our referee in charge of the action, Jonathan Romero, reaching the count of 10. And your winner by way of KO, Cody, the Knuckle Maniac Vidal.
All right, Cody Vidal, come on over here. You know, first we saw you in the red and yellow in Philly, now we see you in the black and white. That was one of the most badass fights that we've ever had here in the BKFC. Palm Desert, you should be happy for that one. That is what we do. Incredible fight. Talk about David Simpson. That dude was tough. You guys had to let it all hang out.
All to David Simpson. He was tough. but Knuckle Mania is the toughest son of a bitch in the BKFC. And I want to tell you something. There's a new world order, and it's called the Knuck World Order. KWO, brother.
There it is. That's the team to be on, the KWO, and that is the man. Make some noise, Pop Desert, for Cody Vidal.
Getting up off the canvas to come back in a dramatic 5th round knockout. That fight was anybody's going in the last round. You have to like that, and Cody Vidal really proved he wants to be up in the top in this division.
A phenomenal fight and a phenomenal win for Cody Vidal. Vidal dropping David Simpson in round 1. Simpson dropping Vidal in round 2. And then in round number 5, the huge step in right hand. The 10 count to Simpson from Jonathan Romero, and the win for Cody Vidal. Victorious by way of 5th round KO. Cody Vidal defeats David Simpson.
Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up. Feel like $1,000,000. Welcome to the Coachella Valley. Palm Springs, Palm Desert, folks. We are here in lovely Cali. We're usually at the Acrisure Arena where they're checking people under the boards. Well, we are dialing up the violence. That's right. The BKFC is back in Palm Desert and back on DAZN. It is time for your free view. It's a couple of scraps here to kick off this championship card. Starting in the Bantamweight division, but then it's the Cruiserweight. Keith Richardson, you know, he's a headbanger, and then Amon Williams could be the next big Cruiserweight to take a step. Main card, stacked. Keep your eyes on the following. Cardano, this guy is special. David Diaz, he is an entertainer. And of course, the big boys, it's Chase Gormley and Levi Costa. I love when the heavyweights toe the line. Co-main event has all the makings of a classic when perennial cruiserweight contender Jomi Escoboza goes nose-to-nose, toe-to-toe with the power of Knuckle Mania. The Knuckle Maniac Cody Vidal is back checked, and the winner of this fight has his eyes on Lorenzo Hunt and that title. And in the main event, a championship will be decided in the Coachella Valley. Jamel Herring is a former world champion in the boxing world and looked great in his debut. Michael Larrimore has more time in the squared circle, and he stepped up on just 2 weeks' notice for his chance to make history tonight in the desert. And welcome everybody here to the Acrisure Arena once again here in Palm Desert, California. Welcome back to DAZN and BKFC action. And folks, it is fully loaded here tonight. We always bring the heat when we come out to Cali, and I think this one is no different. Of course, everybody talking about that championship main event. You see the QR code on screen. We want you to be a part of this show tonight. Not just the free view, you want the whole thing. I have a feeling once you get a taste tonight, you see a couple of these knockouts, you see that blood fly, you're going to want to see the entire thing. Scan the QR code, get the DAZN app, and don't miss a moment of BKFC 89 here live in Palm Desert. A lot to get to tonight. Like I said, a fully loaded main card, and this preview is going to be a lot of fun. So let's walk those fighters. Let's get this crowd crazy. Let's send it down to Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle. Gentlemen, this is big. Can Jamel Herring become a two-sport world champion?
Thank you very much, Cyrus. Chris, our main event for the currently vacant BKFC 135-pound world championship. This is intriguing, a real contrast in styles, a real contrast in philosophies. Jamel Herring versus Michael Larrimore.
Yes, Sean. Cyrus, you said, can Jamel Herring be a world champion? Absolutely he can. Will he? We'll have to see. He thinks so. He's done it before. He'll do it again. However, Larimore comes in, people saying only had 2 weeks to prepare. I asked him about that. He said, Chris, I've been waiting for this opportunity my entire life. It's not 2 weeks, it's my life. He thinks he's going to win. We'll find out.
Chris, you have tonight's fight odds. They're presented by Bet Online.
Lot of very close odds. That's a good thing. That means good matchmaking. Let's see. I mean, you have to go with Eric Soto. He's a hometown guy at -130. You have to like that fight.
Alp Nicotine Pouches presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, administered this evening by the outstanding California State Athletic Commission. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open BKFC 89 with a fight in the Bantamweight division. Ricky Talavera versus Victor Fleur. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
All right, Sean, very even here from the tail tape. Both guys 5'8", slight 2-inch reach advantage for Fleurs, not that much.
This is fight number 2 in BKFC for the Brazilian, now based in Florida, Victor Fleur. He has had 7 pro MMA bouts, For Victor Flor, his 8 combined professional combative sports bouts, he has never seen a third round. And yet, ironically, in our fighter meeting, Victor Flor said, I want to have a very methodical start. I want to feel things out early.
Well, he understands, he learned from his first fight, Sean. You don't have to rush. Once you utilize more feints, more footworks, utilize the jab to set up everything.
Flor also told us, I want to stay long. I'll be active with my combinations from distance. Of his opponents in this bantamweight bout scheduled for 3 rounds, Ricky Talavera, Flor said, I am definitely going to have more punching power, but I do not want to be reckless with my punching power.
Well, he felt like his last fight, he was a little sloppy. He wants to be sharper this time, more precise, more accurate, more relaxed, and like you said, Sean, he's not going to be reckless this fight. He's going to be very precise and very accurate.
Flor also said of Talavera, I think he's going to be fast off of scratch. I want to circle away from his pressure, be smart, and then let my power establish itself.
And make sure he's being very elusive on defense.
The youngest fighter on this BKFC 89 card, 20-year-old Ricky Talavera, set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. For Talavera, this will mark his 3rd fight overall in the sport of bare knuckle. Talavera told us in our fighter meeting, I want to be extremely reactive throughout. I'm going to throw a lot of jabs, and I'm going to use that cross-arm striking guard, which we call the Archie Moore.
And Sean, feels like he's faster than his opponent. Once you utilize that head movement, speed, that's his main advantage. Being younger, being faster. And Sean, sometimes we've seen being younger, being inexperienced, that could be a benefit. If you don't understand the magnitude of why you should be nervous, it helps you.
To get our evening started, we send it into the ring with Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome one and all to the Acrisure Arena here in Palm Desert, California. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents to you the apex of intensity, brutality, and the one place where one punch can change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BKFC 89. BKFC for review begins tonight with 3 2-minute rounds in the BKFC Bantamweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up. Feel like $1,000,000. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears white trimmed in blue and gold. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 134.8 pounds. He holds a BKFC fight record standing at 2 fights. Fighting out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, here is Slick Vic Flor. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears gold trimmed in red, green, and white. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 133.6 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Oceanside, California, here is Ricardo El Niño Malo Talavera Jr. And our referee in charge of the action, Ray Corona.
20-year-old Ricky Talavera, set of his 38-year-old opponent, Victor Flor. I think he will mainly throw the right hand. That is my only real concern. Round number 1. White trunks for the Brazilian, now based in Florida, Victor Flor. Gold trunks for the Californian, Ricky Talavera. Talavera on the left-hand entry. Right hook just off the mark from Flor on the reset.
And Talavera looking very aggressive, Sean.
Stiff jab on the step-in from Victor Flor. On that duck under from Talavera.
I like that left hand landed by Flor. Seems like that's going to slow Talavera down a bit. But
big right hand from Flor on the inside. Talavera back to the outside into the clinch. There's the overhook from Flor. Good refereeing from Ray Corona in this active clinch. Now the separation on the inactivity. Well done from Ray Corona. Right back to it. Right back to the double left hand from Victor Flor.
And it's been the left hand of Flor has been the most accurate punch thus far.
Overhand right from Flor. Talavera trying to find the entry on the left hook to the body. Back to the inside comes Ricky Talavera. 60 seconds remaining. Round number 1 on the right hand. And that drops Victor Flor.
Oh, he's hurt, Sean. I didn't even see the punch. I don't think he's getting up. No, he wants no mosh. You can tell. Got hit in the back of the ear. Nope. Nope, that's it.
Wow. The count of 10. Welcome to BKFC. 20-year-old Ricky Talavera.
And that came out of nowhere. I felt like it was that left hand. The left hook of Flor that was doing a great job of landing. He was doing some good things. Oh, it looked like a right hand that did it, didn't he? I thought he was holding the back of his... There was a punch, but it looked like it was the left side, he kept holding the right side. Oh, there's what it was, okay. Yeah. He was kind of on the ground.
A double right hand, it hits the left side of Talavera's face, rather Flor's face, and then it hits the right side of Flor's face on the double right hand from Ricky Talavera.
That's a rarity when you hit a guy with the right hand on the left end and the right.
Victor Flor showed his aggression. Ricky Talavera showing his poise. Fast entries, back to the outside, smart resets throughout from Talavera, then the double right hand to end this fight in round number 1 as Flor takes the 10 count from referee Ray Corona. So for Victor Flor, 7 pro MMA bouts, now 2 in BKFC. He is still not seen a third round, Chris, as this ends in round number 1.
Talavera was a little fortunate there. I mean, he did land a powerful shot once he was on the ground. I'm not sure if it made the difference or not. The referee decided it did not, I believe. So.
Flor was game, Talavera was poised and on point. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end with our referee in charge of the action, Ray Corona, reaching the count of 10 at 1 minute 16 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, Ricardo El Niño Malo Talavera Jr.
So good to see the youngster, the 20-year-old, come in, get the victory. Dealt with a little adversity, ate a couple left hands, and walked right through them, did a great job.
Victor Flor, a natural-born early finisher, told us he wanted to have a slow, patient, and methodical start. Ricky Talavera never gave him that opportunity. Talavera continually entries in and out. The right hand, and that's the beginning of the end. The 10 count from Ray Corona to Victor Flor, and that's the win for Ricky Talavera. Victorious by way of first-round KO, Ricky Talavera defeats Victor Flor.
Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. On the way. Yeah. On the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Saturday, May 30th, it's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship with high stakes and a superstar debut. In the main event, everything's on the line when the Brumtown Bomber Connor Tierney clashes with Rico Bon Franco for the interim welterweight championship of the world. In the co-main event, Darren the Gorilla Till makes his long-awaited bare knuckle fighting debut against Aaron the Joker Chalmers. For more info on how to watch history unfold live, go to BKFC.com. That's BKFC.com.
Next Saturday, May 30th, we are back in England for BKFC Birmingham. The top 4 fights from the West Midlands are presented by Ball Boys.
And Sean, everybody's so excited to see Darren Till make his debut. Aaron Chalmers, a few fights. That's going to be an amazing fight. And Connor Tierney, Rico Franco. That's not for the British title. It's not for the European title. That's for BKFC's title. Two of our best fighters going on head-to-head. It's going to be a great card.
That's BKFC 90 live from Birmingham, England, next Saturday, May 30th.
And here we are in the Coachella Valley. BKFC 89 is brought to you by Fucked Up, Bet Online, Ball Boys, and Forged Irish Stout. Here we are, folks, here in Palm Desert, California. BKFC 89 live on DAZN. Let's go to our next Tale of the Tape.
To be a really entertaining fight in the cruiserweight division. Keith Richardson versus Devin Schwan. Our Tale of the Tape is presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches.
All right, Sean. Schwan, 2 inches taller, 2-inch reach advantage, 4 centimeters bigger fist size. See if any Tale of the Tape advantages make a difference in this fight.
Devin Schwan made his BKFC debut August 2024. He defeated Jesse Pringle by first-round TKO.
And power in both hands. You can see an immediate left hand and a right that land coming in, throwing power shots. This is what he wants to do again. You can see another handiwork. Ooh, devastating right hand. This guy believes in his power, thinks all he has to do is get in, throw power shots, land them, get the victory. That's what his game plan is tonight. See if he can get the victory one more time.
Devin Schwan enters 1-0 in BKFC. He's had 3 pro MMA bouts. Schwan told us in our fighter meeting, I want to choose my punches carefully. I believe in my power. I do not want to overthrow my punches. I'm going to land in the pocket and then smartly exit.
I like one thing he said, Sean. He has to throw a lot of volume with that left hand, accuracy with the right. So left hand is more machine gun, a lot of punches being thrown, then waiting for that right hand. That's where he does his damage.
Schwan told us left hooks, left uppercuts. Of his opponent, Keith Richardson, Devin Schwan was very complimentary. He said, I know that Richardson is durable. I know he has power and accuracy in his right hand. I have to negate all of that through my constant movement.
He wants to jab his way in, punch, and then get right back out. He doesn't want to sit there and trade. He doesn't want this to be a fight where he plants his feet in and out.
4 fights in BKFC for Keith Richardson, including April 2024, when he defeated Cody Vidal by second-round TKO.
And that's a huge win. Vidal fighting in the co-main event tonight. And look what he did, just constant volume, not throwing hard shots, just accurate shots. Death by 1,000 cuts, coming in, throwing hard shots, but not overwhelming. Constant pressure. Look at great body work, just staying in your face. Just keep touching. That's what this guy does. Well, accuracy, believes in his durability to come in and get the job done tonight.
This is fight number 5 at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Keith Richardson. He's had 9 in pro boxing, 3 in pro MMA. Richardson told us, I'm going to utilize smart aggression throughout, excellent accuracy while throwing high volume, and I'm going to really target the body of Devin Schwan.
All about placement. One thing he's really been focused on during this camp, keeping the head off the center line, thinks he's eating too many punches, wants to change that.
As Devin Schwan was very complimentary of Keith Richardson in his fighter meeting, Keith Richardson very complimentary of Devin Schwan in his fighter meeting. Absolutely no animosity between these two. Richardson said, Devin Schwan has more punching power than me, but I have better accuracy, and I believe that my accuracy will be superior to his punching power.
And he also feels like he has a higher fight IQ, and he trains just with better caliber people.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the BKFC Cruiserweight Division, presented to you by Alp Nicotine Pouches. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, an even 204 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1-0. Fighting out of Wichita, Kansas, here is Devin, the Dapper Scrapper Schwan. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and yellow. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 205.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Van Nuys, California, here is Keith, the Officer Richardson. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Lieben.
UFC and BKFC great Chris Lieben, the only person to have ever fought and refereed in BKFC, bringing both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1, fast start off from scratch for Devin Schwan. He's in the black trunks. Keith Richardson in the black and yellow trunks. Big right hand from Schwan. Schwan from the half-tie plum immediately to the inside. Richardson now grabbing the half-tie plum with an uppercut with the right hand.
These guys are both landing at a high percentage.
Heavy on the inside, both fighters working from the half-tie plum, that single collar tie. Wide uppercut from Keith Richardson. There's the push away from Schwan. Schwan right back to the inside with the hook jab. Back to the half-tie plum goes Devin Schwan.
And that half-tie plum is working. Get his opponent off balance.
1-2 on the entry, counter, naked right hand from Richardson. Forward pressure again from Devin Schwan. Hard left hook from Richardson. Undeterred, Schwan inside, rear right hand, overhand right left hand from Devin Schwan.
These guys are both landing bombs.
These 205ers throwing like 145ers here in round number 1. A ferocious pace from both men. Overhand left from Schwan.
Richardson doing a good job of keeping that left hand up, and it's saving him so far.
50 seconds remaining, round number 1. On the 1-2 again from Schwan. Counter left hand from Richardson. And on the delay, that drops Devin Schwan.
Let's see how hurt Schwan is.
Up at 7 is Devin Schwan. Taking the mandatory 8 count from Chris Lieben. Now the assessment. Right back to it from Lieben. Right back to it for Schwan off the canvas right hand. Richardson trying to time the left hand from Orthodox. Check left hook. There's the left hook. Double left hook from Richardson. We thought this would be a fun fight. It's a really fun fight, and another left hand drops Devin Schwan.
Schwan is hurt. He's got to be very careful this point. Is he going to get a blade? Yep, okay.
Up at 8 is Devin Schwan. Schwan has had the pressure, but Richardson has had 2 beautiful left hooks that have produced 2 knockdowns in round number 1. Next stop, round 2.
Man, it was just that fantastic chin of Richardson that kept him up in that round. He got hit with a lot of powerful shots. It didn't matter. Just kept coming forward. There was a good just counter left hand. And it wasn't that it was that powerful of a shot that Schwan just didn't see it coming. That's the difference. He's getting hit with shots not ready for him, and it's always the one you don't see that hurts you. That's what's happening in this round, in this fight.
Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout.
Once again, both these guys throwing good punches, landing good punches. They both have to work on tightening up the defense a little bit. Schwan's just too aggressive, too focused on landing his punches and not focused on staying defensively tight.
Yeah, tight one. You can grab it with the left and start it, but switch to that right hand. Breathe, water.
Let's go. BKFC Bantamweight, Matt Guyman in the corner of Devin Schwan. Both fighters up to scratch. Chris Lieben starts round number 2. Back to the inside for Devin Schwan. This was a lot like how Schwan started round number 1. Big right hands now on the inside from Richardson to the left hand. Schwan on the overhook. Half-time plug held by both fighters. There's the right hand on the exit from Richardson. 1-2 hard in from Schwan. Ferocious punches from both men. Step away jab from Richardson. Step in left hook. Knockdown number 3.
And then there's that left hook of Richardson that just keeps landing. Fro's got to either keep that right hand up or find ways to continue to move on.
This fight is over, and the win for Keith Richardson.
Huge win for Richardson. I mean, Schwan came in undefeated. I know it's only been one fight, but looked good in his first fight, and he landed a lot of hard punches. Once again, Richardson just showing that chin, how good it is and how durable of a fighter he continues to be. Look, just a nice little short left hook. Once again, I don't think it was overly powerful. It was just the fact that Schwan did not see it coming.
Devin Schwan had some outstanding sequences in that fight, especially the first 60 seconds of round number 1. But cool as you like was Keith Richardson, showing great durability, as Devin Schwan talked about Richardson possessing in our fighter meeting. Also beautiful timing. 3 check left hooks produced the 3 knockdowns of Devin Schwan, and the third one ends this fight. Chris Levi stops it. He saw Devin Schwan slightly stagger as he reached his feet off of the canvas, and that is win number 3 in BKFC for Keith Richardson.
Yeah, and that was some of the best we've seen him look, Sean. I mean, he looked like his accuracy was on point there. He seemed he understand exactly how to defend. Look, he's moving around still.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Levi steps in, calling a stop to the fight at 41 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Keith the Officer Richardson.
All right, Keith Richardson, come on back here, man. We got to talk after that performance. Congratulations, way to get back in the win column. That has to feel good. What was different this time around? What worked for you? Because you look good, big knockdowns. Great work in there tonight.
My conditioning was to another level. Okay. So I knew he's gonna come out hard, he's strong, he's gonna have a lot of power. So my goal was to weather that power and slow him down and stop him.
Well, listen, performances like that's going to get you right back up the ladder. I know you're going to keep your eye on Cody Vidal tonight in that co-main event. You got a prediction. It's Knuckle Maniac taking on Jomi Escoboza.
Cody by knockout, 2nd round.
There he is. He's got a win over him, folks. Let's hear it for the officer, Keith Richardson.
And looked very good in this fight, Sean. Landed a lot of good shots. Better defense, but ate some shots and shows a good chin. Cannot wait to see him come back and fight again.
Devin Schwan had some strong sequences, swarming to the inside. Volume from the clinch in the pocket, but Keith Richardson showing the durability, showing the timing. 3 left hands produced 3 knockdowns to the finish. The winner by way of round 2 technical knockout, Keith Richardson defeats Devin Schwan.
But in the main event, the popular bare-knuckle fighting OG Julian Lane meets the rising force known as Bryce Henry. Experience versus a warrior who hasn't tasted defeat. In the co-main event, the 7-1 Gogo Slaveski looks to keep his momentum alive when he fights the relentless Johnny Tello. It's the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship. Watch the raw, unfiltered combat live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Friday, June 19th. Nashville becomes Bashville. It's the debut of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in Tennessee. Watch Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship OG Tony Loco Soto fight JC De Leon, a warrior hungry to build his name at Loco's expense. Plus see rising sensation, the leader of the Rivera era, Nate Rivera, throw down bare knuckle style with the always ready Trey Martin. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
That's right, we got a lot of Knuckle Maniacs in the house tonight. here in Palm Desert, the Acrisure Arena. We are live for your preview. Of course, be live all night on DAZN. Making his way into the arena earlier today, Jamel Herring, former two-time boxing world champion, has made the transition and now has a chance to become a two-sport champion a la Austin Trout. Can he get it done tonight here on Memorial Day weekend? Somebody that is looking to spoil that incredible moment is Papa G, Michael Larrimore. Unlikely in this position, but availability is sometimes the best ability. On 2 weeks' notice, Papa G gets his opportunity to become a world champion. Wow. Woo! Can you feel it in here tonight, folks? We're in the Acrisure Arena, the Coachella Valley. Man, I'm getting goosebumps. Things are already wild in here. We're seeing big finishes right out of the gate. Exactly what you expect every time you turn on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And folks, I'm going to make an announcement right now. The guy behind me, the crazy guy that runs around, crowd surfs, does all that, he's usually making his announcements on the Bare Knuckle Show, but I have a big announcement for you. Excited. This is July 18th. Back to Italy, and we now have our main event. Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, that Cruiserweight Championship, takes on, from Italy, Walter Pugliese. This is going to be a brawl. Pugliese is an absolute monster. Go back and watch it in our archives. The dude is amazing to watch, hard hitter, and the exact type of fight that you want for Lorenzo Hunt. A couple of guys that are going to go balls out for you there in Naples. Folks, kidding me? I'm so excited for Italy. So many big events coming up this summer. That is a big part of it. But it is time for our final fight here on your BKFC preview. Let's go to the tail of the tape.
In the Cruiserweight division, Iman Williams versus Cody Kerr. Our tale of the tape is presented by TikTok.
Okay, another interesting Sean with Kerr having a 1-inch height advantage. However, Williams, 5-inch reach advantage. He wants to utilize that, decide when and where this fight takes place.
Cody Kerr made his BKFC debut August of last year. He defeated Dylan Bladen by first-round TKO.
And did a great job staying long, staying outside and just landing power shots the entire time. Like some bad blood, mad at his opponent. See if he can keep his emotions in check here, because yelling at his opponent, but just throwing hard punches, landing hard shots, bringing it the entire time. You can tell this guy's intense. He wants to come in and make a name for himself. He's ready to come in and do battle tonight, Sean.
Cody Kerr enters 1-0 in BKFC. He's had 9 pro boxing matches. Kerr told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to keep cutting angles while coming forward. I want to continually be first. I will constantly stick and move.
He wants this to be a very fast pace, Sean. Yeah, like you said, he wants to punch versus volume. He doesn't have to worry about anything besides making this guy uncomfortable. He cannot let him be comfortable in this fight.
Kerr said, I will throw the double hook to the body and then to the head of my opponent, Iman Williams. I will flow between outside and mid-range and active clean jab from both range and mid-range.
He really wants to showcase his boxing skills in this fight. Feels like he's going to jab, he's going to be a pressure fighter, he's going to throw a lot of combinations with high volume.
Of his opponent in this cruiserweight bout, Iman Williams, Cody Kerr said, I know he has punching power, but I think he's predictable. I think he loads up when he throws power punches. Kerr said, I also know that Iman Williams is going to be targeting my body. Kerr said, I'm definitely going to be faster than Iman Williams.
And more than that, he's going to surprise his opponent with his power. He thinks his opponent thinks he's not a power puncher. He says, wait and see.
Iman Williams is 2-0 in BKFC. His most recent victory occurred November of last year when he defeated Lewis Glover by second-round TKO.
And you heard Kerr talked about he knows he's going to work the body. And wonder why I know that? Because that's what he does in fights. He comes in, you can see very high-level boxer, got hits, and all right, you got me. Let's see if you can take it. I took it. Let's see what you have. And comes in. There's the body shots we were just talking about, Sean. Has got a couple victories by body shots. Comes in, lands hard body power shots. Says he's going to do the exact same thing tonight.
Iman Williams enters 2-0 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's had 5 pro boxing matches. In his fighter meeting, Iman Williams said, I'm going to keep working body, head, body. I will be extremely accurate with all of my punches.
He's going to be in and out sometimes. Sometimes he'll get in and he'll stay once he utilizes that jab. A lot of head movement and use those feet to get in and out.
Williams, who is an extremely articulate and cerebral fighter, said, I've studied all of the ranges. I'm going to be comfortable long. I'll be comfortable in the mid-range. I'll be comfortable in the pocket. It is up to me when I am in those ranges, not up to my opponent, Cody Kerr.
He feels like he's unique. He can fight all around, be inside, be outside. He moves like a lighter guy, but he's fighting these heavier guys. Feels like the main thing with this fight, he just cannot get complacent. He can't get lazy. Just continue to move the entire time.
Of Cody Kerr, Iman Williams said, I definitely respect his toughness. I think he's going to stay long and then keep lunging forward. I cannot get stuck in the clinch and waste energy. Williams also said, if I am not moving my head, I most definitely have to keep moving my feet.
Absolutely. Feels like he's faster than his opponent, and he's got to be smarter than his opponent in this fight.
2-0 Iman Williams versus 1-0 Cody Kerr in the cruiserweight division. Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the BKFC cruiserweight division. Presented to you by TickPick. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and red. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, an even 198 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1-0. Fighting out of Sturgis, South Dakota, here is Cody Kerr. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears pink trimmed in black and gold. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 204 pounds. His BKFC record stands undefeated at 2-0. Fighting out of Long Beach, California, here is Iman the Struss Williams. And our referee in charge of the action, Jonathan Romero.
Cody Kerr told us I have to keep doubling and tripling my jab. High volume is my key to victory. Round number 1, doubling his jab forward up from scratch. Cody Kerr, he's in the black trunks, pink trunks for Iman Williams. Williams on the naked right hand entry, and you see the hand speed right back on the flurry from Cody Kerr. Left hand on the step in from Williams.
And both these guys move very well for guys of this size, so you can just see that immediately.
Good defensive pullback from Williams. There's the right hand from Kerr. Left hand, right hand. Good head movement from Williams, but forward pressure from Kerr. Kerr heavy to the inside from the half-tie plug. Straight jab forward, left hand, right hand. Big swings from both fighters. Guillotine position held by Iman Williams. That gets the separation from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Jonathan Romero. Naked right hand from Kerr. Smear of blood on the forehead at the hairline of Iman Williams. Reset in the center circle. Explosive entry again from Kerr. And Chris, you see the creativity of Cody Kerr in that punch selection.
But I love the head movement of Williams. He's getting just out of the way, letting his opponent throw these hard shots. And you can see that's just high level. His eyes see it coming.
Double jab from Iman Williams. Right hand, left hand from Kerr. Big left hook from Cody Kerr. These are 2 really fast 205ers. Right uppercut lands from Cody Kerr.
Not only are they fast, Sean, they move very well.
Iman Williams now to the inside. Big left hand from Williams. Another left hand. Counter right hand from Cody Kerr with his back against the ropes.
And it just seems like Kerr's expending a lot of energy at this point. Let's see if that makes a difference.
25 seconds remaining, round number 1. We are at 205 pounds. See the upper body movement of Cody Kerr. Big left hand. Williams resetting.
Williams just walks through these punches. He's got to be careful doing this. But man, I love his head movement.
Williams from the center circle. Kerr continuing the move. Counter right hand on the pole, 2 from Cody Kerr. Right hand, forward left hand. 2 punches after the bell. Insteps Jonathan Romero. We move to round 2.
And Kerr has some very fast and very accurate hands. He's countering very well. He's getting off first very well. Man, this is a great fight.
You're doing great with the result. If you slow down a little bit, punch harder, punch faster. But like, it's two ends of it. Right? This is a win for you because you gotta go get it. All right, son? I believe in everything you do. And you work it. Make this motherfucker body shots up and down, up and down, up and down.
That's Iman Williams' father, Jeremy Williams, one of the great pro boxing heavyweights of the 1990s and early 2000s. Round 2. Stretch now forward comes Iman Williams. Double overhooks from Cody Kerr, gets the separation from Jonathan Romero. Jeremy Williams trying to keep his son Iman calm between rounds 1 and 2. Calm and smart. Left hand off the mark from Cody Kerr.
And look at, once again, the good eyes of Williams just backing out just enough just to stay out of range.
Iman Williams, Chris, in our fighter meeting said Cody Kerr will stay long and then lunge in, and that's exactly what we're seeing, but Kerr is having success doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
fast left hand from Williams.
He's difficult to counter. He's pulling just enough, and he's getting off with the offense. It makes it very difficult to counter him. Just keeps throwing punches.
Stiff jab from Williams, and that stiff jab drops Cody Kerr.
Very accurate punching for Williams. He was waiting for the right time. Oh, wow, that's it.
Jonathan Romero breaks up his count. He stops this fight, and Iman Williams now 3-0 in BKFC.
Schwan, that came out of nowhere. I mean, Kerr was doing a phenomenal job, but it just looked like Williams, his eyes were seeing everything the entire time. He was waiting for the right time. It just took one little shot. Boom. All it takes, and bare knuckle, and he landed it. Phenomenal job for Williams. Patient, waited for the right time, landed the shot.
In our fighter meeting, Iman Williams said, I'm going to be very accurate with my punches. That was a very accurate jab, a very powerful jab as well, that dropped and finished Cody Kerr.
Take a good look. We talk about it all the time. This sport, a jab can be a game ender. Right on the nose. He said, I don't like this, I can't breathe. He broke my nose. Went down once, no more. I mean, man, what a phenomenal fight for both fighters, really. I mean, both guys were looking very good. Kerr was doing some phenomenal things there, but Williams, man, he might be on another level for this weight class.
Cody Kerr is a really entertaining and really creative fighter. He most definitely had his moments. Iman Williams, son of the great heavyweight boxer Jeremy Williams, like his dad, showing his composure, showing his resiliency, taking big shots, moving through them undaunted, landing the beautiful jab, and getting the round number 2 knockout. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jonathan Romero steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 55 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by KO and still undefeated, Iman the Strauss Williams!
Congratulations, man. 3-0 here in the BKFC. Sometimes you got to just go back to basics. And it's the jab. That was a jab from hell, and he was looking good out there, giving you a great fight. But sometimes it comes down to the basics.
Oh, yeah, it's always the ones and twos that'll take you there. You know, wherever your head doesn't go, your feet will take you. So, you know, long, strong, decisive shots. I keep telling everybody, you can box in bare knuckle. You can. You just have to be real picky about your shots.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and you were very, very picky about your shots. It seems like you're getting even more comfortable every time you come out here and toe the line. What's the future look like for, get you another drink. What does the future look like for Iman Williams here in the BKFC?
Getting myself in the top 10, doing my best to impress my big boss right there. Thank you, Mr. Feldman, best job I ever had. And also getting myself a title shot and making all of you people here know me outside of California, everywhere else we're going. So 3-0 is awesome, but 4-0 sounds better, and 5-0 sounds even sexier. So let's fucking get there.
There it is, folks. Get you another drink right there, man. Feel like $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Iman Williams.
And just what Cyrus said, Sean, he looked like he's getting more comfortable, better each time. I cannot wait to see this guy continue to progress. He moves well, he fights well, and man, he talks well.
Cody Kerr most definitely had success staying on the outside and then exploding in. Iman Williams showing his composure, finding his timing, the jab, the knockdown to the KO. The winner by way of round 2 knockout, Iman Williams defeats Cody Kerr.
The world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is bringing the heat in the month of June. June 4th, we're in Hollywood, Florida with a can't-miss main event. It's Bryce Henry versus Julian Lane. June 19th, we debut in Nashville, Tennessee, when Tony Loco Soto throws down with JC De Leon in a battle built for violence. Then, June 26th, Indiana comes unglued. Cameron Van Camp versus Gregoris Cisneros, where one punch can change everything. Find out more info on how to watch live at BKFC.com.
Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. On the way. Yeah. On the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
January 22nd through 25th. Folks, you got to get signed up for BKFC. You better get it done before June 1st or you're going to miss the boat. You don't want to miss the boat, right? Yeah, you don't want to be running down the dock trying to get to the boat all over TikTok and Instagram. You want to be on that boat. The Bruise Cruise, set sail, 22nd through 25th. Iman Williams.
Future of the sport. 205, ain't nobody fucking with me over here. All you top 10 guys, I'm calling y'all out. Dave Feldman, best boss ever. Get me on the big boy shows. I will fucking take our business there. I love BKFC. I love it.
That's a first. I love it so much. He loves it, I love it. But now everybody's gonna be doing that. We gotta watch out for that. That being said, incredible. Iman Williams next week, back across the pond, as they say. BKFC in Birmingham. Number 90, it's a big one, damn it. So you know we had to go big. Connor Tierney, Rico Franco for the World Welterweight Championship, that interim title on the line. Can't wait to see that matchup. And of course, the debut of the Gorilla, Darren Till, taking those gloves off finally and coming to play here in the BKFC against Aaron Chalmers. Wow, good stuff. Utility Arena, that is going to be a sight to see. Go back to Sean and Chris. Gentlemen, what an incredible preview here. We knew it was going to be good. That had to be one of the most crisp, nasty, direct jabs that I have seen here in the BKFC for a while. I know you had to be impressed with that, Chris Lido. I know you loved it.
Yeah, we've talked about it all the time. It's these powerful shots that people always want to see, but it's a jab that can do it in this sport. You hit somebody when they're not expecting it. That's all it takes. That's what makes this sport so amazing. You have to be perfect. You can't just throw wild punches. You can't just walk through anything. You never know what can stop it.
Well, stuff, and it's only going to get better here. We're live on DAZN. We brought out the big dogs. That championship bout, everybody very, very excited. But I'm excited for a little David Diaz. I love watching this guy, and he's an entertainer, Sean, but not only is he an entertainer, he's been backing it up inside that ring. Before, it was just kind of wild and he was fun, but now it seems like he's really got the hang of it. and could be a contender. Big test for him tonight.
David Diaz versus Anthony Sanchez in the bantamweight division. 135 is stacked in BKFC. And the winner of this bout gets a big boost in the bantamweight division. David Diaz, he's a protege of our former BKFC heavyweight world champion, the now retired, our good friend, UFC veteran Joey Beltran. Where Joey Beltran was very ice cold, very methodical, very businesslike. His protege, David Diaz, really is an entertainer. He wants to win, and he wants to win as a showman, Chris.
And Sean, I love the way he fights. He comes in, he brings such high energy every time. He's never going to be in a boring fight. He's going to bring it from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight, win with the draw.
And Cyrus, what I love is we, of course, never play A side, B side in BKFC. It's something we're really proud of as an organization. Anthony Sanchez is a very talented, accomplished fighter in bare knuckle. This is an extremely well-matched fight.
You're absolutely right, and that co-main event's very well matched as well because, you know, let me tell you something, Chris Lytle, the Knuckle Maniac is back here on DAZN. I don't do it nearly as good as Cody Vidal is. That being said, not only does he have all the theatrics, I don't know that anybody's delivered like he's doing right now. So incredibly fun to watch. He is a fighter. He's a fan-friendly fighter, and he continues to grow in front of our eyes. But Escobosa is another level, Chris. Big test.
Yeah, Escoboza's been great. You know, stays outside, utilizes that jab, cuts people open. Hard to deal with. I mean, Vidal does a great job of utilizing that defense, gets into position. Last time, said he hurt his knee, and it was difficult for him to move, and he still got the victory. He dealt with some adversity, got knocked down, got back up to win. Feels like he learned a lot in that fight. He's going to get it. He's going to bust this guy up. Man, this guy lost his first fight. He's won his next several. He's looking to become the champ. And Sean, I mean, I love the way he's fighting right now. He believes he can be a champ. Hard to go against him when he's fighting the way he is.
And Cyrus, I know that you're a big kayfabe guy, as is Cody Vidal. We were talking yesterday at the weigh-ins, and I said, I know you love Hulk Hogan. He said, I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm going to channel him when I speak to you, Cyrus. He said, not if, but when I win my fight. He said, I also love the Ultimate Warrior. It's really entertaining when we see fighters who want to embrace personality. This sport's, of course, about winning, but it's also about showing your personality, showing your creativity, showing your fighting style.
Oh, I mean, all the best really understood that, right? Cody Vidal being one of those guys. Escobosa, too, low-key, a good entertainer. He's been having a whole lot of fun with Vidal, of course. He just wants to get that win and get a shot at Lorenzo Hunt. Main events, very interesting, guys. You know, I would love to hear, Chris, just your analysis on this. How does Michael Larrimore win this fight? Because 2 weeks' notice, we know it's a valiant effort, just stepping in. Jamel Herring brings a whole different type of artillery here. How does Papa G get the win and become world champion tonight?
Well, it's easy. All he has to do is get in and do what he does best. He gets people out in the first round, landing those powerful shots. This is different. This is bare knuckle. If we've seen anything tonight, we've seen 3 fights. It hasn't made it past the second round. Why? Because people are landing these powerful shots. It doesn't take much. This isn't boxing. There's no gloves to block with. Jamel Herring is used to that. You can deflect, you can move. If you get in and you get landed on with one of those powerful shots that Larimore's coming, that could be lights out for him. See how I threw my name in there? He could get knocked out, and that's all Larimore feels like he has to do. He has the power advantage. If he gets in and he touches his opponent, he will walk out with that strap.
You know, Sean, I know you're known very well for those pre-event meetings that you do with our fighters, right? You're one of the best at them. That being said, Jamel Herring, there's a lot of anniversaries going on here. Not only 7 years ago did he become a world champion in boxing, nearly right around this date, but also had the loss of a child as well. This is a very, very emotional time of the year here. What do those anniversaries play into this matchup? What did you gather from that meeting with Jamel Herring?
Jamel Herring is a consummate professional. I've actually had a chance to commentate with him before. When I commentate with fighters, I figure out very quickly if they're strategists or not. This is a strategist. Jamel Herring, I learned that when I commentated boxing with him 5 years ago. He's a strategist. He sees things very well. We've had 2 very different types of high-level boxers come into BKFC. We've had fighters who have learned the hard way that this is not 1880 and this is not boxing without gloves. And then we've had fighters like Austin Trout and Jamel Herring who enters this title fight 1-0, understanding that, yes, I can take what made me great in the sport of boxing, but then I also need to learn this new sport of bare-knuckle fighting. I know that Austin Trout has really spoken a lot to Jamel Herring. They're very close friends. Austin Trout has said, you have to use this, but you need to learn this. Jamel Herring's attitude has been outstanding, and the same for Michael Larrimore. This is our 5th time now with Michael Larrimore. He's 3-1, all 3 wins in BKFC by way of first-round finish. He is the consummate professional. He is always on point. He is on weight, and he is always supremely focused.
One more question. I'm going to go back to you there, Lights Out. What's a sleeper fight here? You look at this card, you look at the main card. We know the co and the co-main, you know, they're all big fights. What's a fight on this main card that we should really be watching?
Man, you guys are going to be lucky. It's a first fight on the main card. It's the next fight. It's Ryan Peterson versus Kerr. I look at that and I go, why is this the first fight on the main card? Maybe just to get the fighters going and everything. I think this is an excellent fight. I've been looking forward to this one. This is probably my sleeper for fight tonight.
Well, guys, we're talking about tonight. Obviously, we want you live on DAZN, watching it, top of the hour. Get DAZN, get locked in. But next week is another big one. It's the debut of Darren Till, guys. Incredible main event, but Darren Till finally making the transition over to the BKFC. What are you guys expecting once he steps into our squared circle?
I'm expecting him to be like, get used to it very quickly. You know, it's going to take a second. My first bare knuckle fight, I'd say it'd take about a round to figure it out. And Chalmers better jump all over him and try and get him out early. If he lets that go more than one round, that experience is going to kick in, his boxing is going to kick in, his MMA, and he's really going to start understanding that distance and range, and he could be an absolute monster in this sport.
And Cyrus, earlier we were talking about proudly in BKFC, no A-side, B-side. This is not set up as a squash that a lot of promotions across all of combative sports would do when they bring in a superstar from the UFC to their organization in Darren Till. Aaron Chalmers is a Bellator veteran. He is undefeated in BKFC, and he is certainly not coming in thinking that he is anything but the favorite in this bout.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think a very, very exciting fight there. And just on top of that, you know, having Connor Tierney and Rico Franco, I mean, this fight by itself sells it all. Cannot wait for this, guys. The welterweight championship is going to be on the line. Darren Till, though, everybody talking about Till. The gorilla finally toeing the line for the BKFC. Who knows what the future holds, but he's got to get through Chalmers first. That is going down next Saturday, Birmingham, UK, Utilita Arena. It is going to be a classic. BKFC 90. Well, let's lock in on 89. Tonight, scan that QR code. Jomi Escoboza, a man that has seen plenty of big fights, big opportunities. This is one of the biggest. If he can get past his opponent, Cody Vidal, he can take the next step and possibly get in front of Lorenzo Hunt. But this guy right here, man, it's the Knuckle Maniac. What more can you say? He's bringing it, baby. Bringing the Knuckle World Order. He is so locked in, so ready for his place in the sun. Can he get to a title fight? Can he get to the top of the pack? Scan the QR code. Don't miss it. This is what you've seen already tonight. If this is any indication, get live on DAZN, baby, because we are throwing down in the desert. BKFC 89 live on DAZN, and it's coming up next.
Keep me on your mind.
Saturday, May 30th, it's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship with high stakes and a superstar debut. In the main event, everything's on the line when the Brumtown Bomber Connor Tierney clashes with Rico Bon Franco for the interim welterweight championship of the world. In the co-main event, Darren the Gorilla Till makes his long-awaited bare knuckle fighting debut against Aaron the Joker Chalmers. For more info on how to watch history unfold live, go to BKFC.com. That's BKFC.com. The California desert has always been a place of extremes. And tonight, inside Acrisure Arena, that same spirit fuels another unforgettable night of bare-knuckle fighting championship action. The relentless Diaz returns looking to deliver another fight of the night performance against the dangerous Anthony Sanchez. Plus, the road to championship opportunity begins in